Anthony Hartwig here with a Boardman swim player profile. We've heard from a couple of seniors on the swim team. Now we're going to go to a sophomore in Alex Taylor. Alex, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. So as a sophomore, you're coming off your freshman year. The new school look is done. What's it been like in your second year now that you have the experience of freshman year under your belt?
It's been a lot easier and less stressful not having to worry about what could happen at meets, and I've already been there and done that, so it's a lot just less anxiety inducing, I would say.
Talking to your team this week, we know that you have a lot of people that you can look up to and a lot of leaders to kind of lean on. What's that been like being a part of a swim program that has leaders all over the place that you can lean on if you need it?
It's very encouraging because everyone is just always there for each other, and if you don't go a time that you want, then other people will just be there to keep encouraging you, and it's very just great to have that atmosphere of everyone accepting, understanding, and just supporting each other.
We got you on here because you have advanced to districts. Talk about that feeling. You go into the sectional meet, you don't really know what's going to happen. It's all up to how you perform. And when you finally realize that you've advanced to districts, what's that feel like? And how excited are you to go this weekend and go to districts?
Yeah, it is very exciting to be able to keep moving forward in the postseason. So I'm just really focused on this weekend at districts and trying to get to the next level, which is state.
You've worked a lot to get to where you are as a swimmer. Talk about the time you've put in and what kind of keeps you motivated to keep putting that time in.
Swim is a very long sport. There's really only about 1 month that you get out of the whole year where you're not really swimming, and if you include club season. So it's just the motivation of trying to get to that next level, which is college for me, and always seeing your friends and people who are doing the same things you are, working just as hard as you, every day in practice. It really just is a large help and keeps you going.
With all the time you put into it, there's a lot of sacrifices you make to be as good as you are. There's a lot of time that you give up to put into swimming. What is it about the sport that you love so much that makes that sacrifice worth it?
Um, I've always loved swimming, ever since I first started it. I don't even know exactly what it is about it. It's just always been my favorite sport, and most likely will always be my favorite sport. And again, it is just really about the people on your team. It makes all the difference just having people that you can talk to and joke with in between hard sets.
Since you said it's something that you love since you started, what are your first memories in the pool? What are some of your first experiences of swimming?
Um, when I was little, I was taking swim lessons, and Uh, it was a natural feeling. My dad says he always remembers being able to see me floating on top of the water very easily. And then a coach from a local summer swim team saw me and my sister taking the swim lessons, and they asked if we wanted to join a meet. So we swam in a meet, and I did pretty good. So they just asked me to come back, and I enjoyed it. So I just kept coming, and here we are.
You've swam with this group of girls for a while now. Talk about the camaraderie in your team and how close knit you are, and how special this swim program is.
It's just nothing that you've ever experienced before. We're always joking in between sets, laughing in the locker rooms, playing music. We have inside jokes on the bus, and it's just a very great and conducive environment for working hard when you enjoy being there and love the people that you get to do it with.
One of the things I love about Boardman Swim is when you guys get the community support. Every time Boardman Athletics posts about you guys, I see it get shared and commented on, and people love your team. The community loves your team. What's it like to have that support behind you and have the fans that really are emotionally invested in your success?
It's very great to just know that you have a support system out there who is hoping you do well, hoping your team is doing well. And it's just very encouraging, and it can keep you going when you aren't sure if you're doing well in something, or if you think that one of your races might not turn out as you wanted it to. It's just very, yeah, it's a very good motivator.
On the flip side, you get to represent that community all the time. You get to put the Boardman colors on and represent your school. What makes you proud to be able to do that?
Just knowing that not everyone has the same opportunities that me and my teammates do to be able to play a sport in high school and take their team and their school to the next level in these type of competitions. It's a very special thing just to be able to do that, and I feel like sometimes I even take it for granted, and I have to sit back and look at what me and my teammates have accomplished and just be grateful, because not everyone even has the opportunity to be able to do these things.
Now, when we talk about sophomore year in the classroom, I've heard mixed reports from sophomores I interview. Some people say it's really hard because it's after freshman year where maybe people are taking a little bit easy on you. Some people think and that 1 year of experience makes sophomore year a little bit easier. What's sophomore year been like for you in the classroom?
I think that, again, it is pretty mixed. My classes are much harder this year, but I also do have a year of high school under my belt, so I've been able to become better at like time managing between sports and homework and projects and just outside activities. So both of those things are true, where it's easier yet harder.
So far, you have 2 more years left, but so far, what's been like the hardest test to take in a class?
I would say either probably, honestly, probably the test this year for my chemistry class, because they do require a lot of studying and memorization. Even though like we do get some materials given to us, we you really need to be putting in time outside of class to succeed in chemistry.
Everyone learns differently. Everyone has different study habits. Your ideal way of learning and studying that makes you succeed the most?
Me personally, I am a visual learner, so I have to write things down and physically get them in my mind to be able to understand them. I can't just hear something. I have to write it down and see it and then keep writing it down to be able to study it. So that's something that I use for myself, and I know other people work like that and other people don't. So it's really just a personal thing.
And then also talking about your routines and your study habits, you have to juggle schoolwork with the swimming. What are some of the routines you stick to make sure that your time management and organization is on point so you can succeed in the classroom as well?
Um, as soon as I get home, I can't like allow myself to lay in bed, or else I won't be able to get up until it's time for swim practice. So I have to sit myself down at my desk, do my work, and then when I get a break or when I'm totally done, then it's usually almost time for swim practice, or on lucky days, I'll have a time for a little nap before swim.
Okay, I know you don't get a lot of time to yourself. You're swimming, you're doing the schoolwork, you do softball in the spring. When you do get some time off, what are some of the things that you like to do, hobbies or things outside of the sport and school that you enjoy?
I really like hanging out with my friends, just, doing teenage girl things, going shopping, going to Target, getting things to eat when I do have that time to myself. So I usually spend that with other people, or just, relaxing, watching a new show or reading a new book, anything like that.
When you're hanging out with friends and especially when you're getting something to eat, what's the go-to place? Where are you eating?
Um, we usually go to, we not right now because it is postseason, so I'm trying to be more healthy. But sometimes we go to Crumble to try the latest cookie flavors of the week, or we go to Chipotle and Chili's.
That just means when the season's over and hopefully you've gotten the state, you can treat yourself a little bit with some really good
Hmm.
meals out there.
Yeah.
Um, what's your favorite dessert? Once again, I'm not trying to make you suffer when you're not able to eat during the postseason, but what's your favorite kind of sweet tooth guilty pleasure food?
I really like ice cream. of honestly any kind. I remember ever since I was little, after a meet, we would go to Handles and get ice cream. So that's just, it holds a lot of childhood memories and happiness just in ice cream, and it is just really good.
What's your favorite flavor at Handles?
I really like the Blue Monster when they have it, or just regular mint chocolate chip.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
After a big meet, what are your favorite ways to celebrate with your team? What are the things that you guys do to let out some steam after you've worked so hard to get it done?
After some big meets, we go out to eat at like Primanti Brothers or Arby's or Wendy's, and then we can just socialize and not really have to worry about what the next thing is after that because we've already done our work for the day. So then we'll just have time to chill and talk and eat with our friends.
We can't let this interview go without asking about your legendary coaching staff because anyone that knows swimming in the area knows your coaches. They're just legends. So, what's it been like to be coached by your coaching staff, and what have they taught you?
Um, I'm very grateful to be able to have them as my coaches because, again, like you said, everyone knows just how great they are. They're like recognized in the state of Ohio and in our athletic conferences for being such great coaches. And they've truly helped me develop my stroke and get faster, as well as just help me become a better person by giving me examples of how to do things and just how to interact with people in good ways.
All right, Alex, we end these player profiles the same way every time. We want to give you the chance to take the limelight off yourself and shine on the people in your life that have your back, that have been in your corner. So I want to give you the time to give out some thank yous and some shout outs to the people in your life that you think deserve it.
Okay, I would like to thank my dad because I would not be here without him. And he's always encouraging me and keeping an eye out for me, telling me what I can do to be better, but also being the person that I can let off some steam to when I am not being better. I would also like to thank my mom because she is really one of my main pillars of support and also has been with me through my journey this whole time. My sister, who I've been swimming with since I was just a baby, we are best friends, and I'm so glad that we could just have this opportunity together. And my coaches, Coach Carlo, Coach Michael, Coach Chelsea, and Coach Mark, who have just made this experience the best that it can be. All of my teammates and my best friend Emma for being the best friend that I could ask for.
All right, Alex, we want to thank you so much for coming on, talking to us about your sophomore season. We wish you the best of luck in the districts. We hope that you can take it even further, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you.